Namaste friends. Now this is a topic we are going to discuss about the volume of a sphere. Very interesting topic. I think you will be enjoying this topic and I hope that you are going to follow it. This is a story of Archimedes. This complete work was done by Archimedes 2300 years back. So my dear friends, in finding out the volume of a sphere, in the case of a pyramid, in the case of a prism, we have seen the generalization we have seen. In the case of a prism, we have seen area of the base into height. In the case of a pyramid, we have seen volume is taken, 1/3 of the volume is taken if the base and the height are the same. So there is a kind of definiteness in those two structures. But coming to the structure of a sphere, a ball. Sphere means a ball, a spherical ball. You can't take it like a prism or a pyramid. Both the things, it is not possible. So we have to, Archimedes have taken a new dimension of physics to find out the volume of the sphere. Now let us see one of the interesting topic, that is the volume of a sphere, how to find out the volume of a sphere. And in finding out the volume of a sphere, Archimedes have taken the help of the principle in physics. The moment of force is used here. So my dear friends, please try to understand the topic. Please try to concentrate here. Here, he has taken, almost Archimedes have done this experiment almost 2300 years back. So when at that time, he was using just the mud, just the raw material to find out the volume of a sphere. We all know how to find out the volume of a pyramid or a prism, we have already seen it. But a sphere is not uniform throughout, nor the sphere is not having like a conical structure. So to find out the volume of a sphere, we already know the volume of a sphere, the formula is 4/3 pi r cube. But why the formula came and how the formula came is a point here. So now let us try to understand the principle what Archimedes have used here. That is the principle of the lever. He has used the principle of the lever. So principle of the lever he has used. My dear friends, let us, before we go for the sphere volume, let us understand the principle of the lever first. My dear friends, when you take a common balance, all of you know the common balance. On one side of the pan, you will be taking the vegetables, and on one other side of the pan, you put some kind of weighing stone. So in that way, this balance is being suspended from the center, which is the fulcrum. This is the point of suspension. And this distance and these two distances are equal. The two pans are kept at equal distance. Here, the clockwise moment, this is called the clockwise moment, is equal to the anti-clockwise moment. When the clockwise moment is equal to the anti-clockwise moment, applying the principle of moments, the clockwise moment and the anti-clockwise moments are equal, then this rod is horizontal. This rod is at equilibrium position. That is possible. This rod is at equilibrium position only when the clockwise moment is equal to the anti-clockwise moment. My dear friends, now let us see. For example, we are taking some material here. Some material is being taken here. Now let us understand this principle first. Clockwise moment and anti-clockwise moment means what? So my dear friends, now let us see what is the meaning of moment of force. Because this we are using to find out the volume of a sphere. So this beam is going to be horizontal only when the clockwise moment is equal to the anti-clockwise moment. Clockwise moment is equal to the anti-clockwise moment. Means what? For example, the clockwise moment means force into perpendicular distance. See here, what is the force here? The force is due to the weight of this body. The weight of the body, let the weight of the body be W1 and let this weight be W2. So my dear friends, please try to understand. So here the force is nothing but equal to the weight. Force is nothing but equal to the weight. F is nothing but m into A, W is nothing but m into G. Where A is acceleration, G also is acceleration due to gravity. That again we will discuss in later. Now force into perpendicular distance in the clockwise direction means, for example, you take this side. Perpendicular distance is A. So A into force is nothing but the weight of that object. That is W2 is equal to force into perpendicular distance. Here the force is W1. Perpendicular distance is A. So that is W1. Now because the distance are same, we can cancel both. So my dear friends, here again you try to see this. Try to see here. See, W is equal to m into G. W is equal to m into G. So this quantity is m into G is equal to m1 into G. My dear friends, here the weight of this body is m2 into G. Weight of this body is m1 into G because W is equal to mg. We know the relation between weight and mass. M is a mass, W is a weight, G is acceleration due to gravity. Now again we can cancel G and G. So now my dear friends, now see m2 is equal to m1. Now please try to understand one more formula. Density is equal to mass by volume. From this, mass is equal to density into volume. My dear friends, please try to understand here. So from here, m2 is nothing but equal to, m2 is equal to, see, mass I can write that as the product of density and volume. So density into volume 1 is equal to, density of the second body, let us call it as d2 v2, is equal to density of the first body, let it be d1 and let it be v1. If densities are same, if d1 and d2 are same, then again we can cancel the densities on either side. If they are equal, if they are not equal, we cannot cancel. I think now you are understanding. Now we are coming to the volume. V2 is equal to V1. If D1 is equal to D2. When the densities are same volumes, we can just cancel the density on either side. Now I think now you understood what is the meaning of principle of moment. The clockwise moment and the anti-clockwise moments are equal means the bar will be horizontal. This bar will be horizontal. This is the point. Now we are going to apply this to our formula to find out the volume of a sphere. Now let us try to identify how Archimedes have done it. Now my dear friends, Archimedes is a very intelligent person. What he has taken? In this case he has taken one cylinder. Please try to understand. He has taken a cylinder. In this case the height of the cylinder, let it be some x. The diameter of the cylinder is x. See, the diameter and the height are same. He has taken a cylinder such that the height and the diameter are the same. And he has taken a sphere where the diameter is again same as that of the cylinder. Let it be some same x. And he has taken another cone whose height is again same as that of the diameter and also as that of the height of this. So x, and the radius of the cone is also x. So he has taken such kind of cylinder, sphere and a cone. Please try to understand here. Now what Archimedes have done is he has taken a rod. He has taken a rod and he applied a fulcrum here. See, the fulcrum is not at the center. If this side is A, if this side is A, this side is half A by 2 means half. So he kept the fulcrum in such a position that this is double of that of this. Now this side he was hanging one cone and also one sphere. This cone and this sphere he hanged this side, and this side he has taken 4 cylinders. 4 cylinders he have taken, 4 cylinders he have taken, my dear friend. 4 cylinders he have taken. So such kind of cylinders he have taken 4. And finally this rod is balanced, means straight, means horizontal, means the clockwise moment is equal to the anti-clockwise moments. Now When the clockwise movement and the anti-clockwise movement are the same, then only it is going to get balanced. And the densities of all the materials are same. Densities are same. D is same, my dear friends. When the densities are same, let us apply the formula. So the clockwise moment means force into perpendicular distance. Please see the perpendicular distance here is, this is the perpendicular distance A, into force is nothing but the weight of these two objects. Weight of this cone and the weight of this sphere. Now my dear friends, I think you are understanding. Weight of this cone plus weight of the cylinder is equal to force into perpendicular distance. So perpendicular distance is equal to 4 into weight of the this cylinder. Let me call this as W1, W2, this is W1, W2, this is W3. So 4 into weight of the 4 cylinders are there. Now we can cancel A and A on either side. Now my dear friends, see here, this weight is nothing but equal to mass into M into G. So when you are saying M1 into G plus W2 is again this M2 into G is equal to 1 by 2 into 4 into M3 into G. See here, I can again now cancel G's on everywhere. G can be cancelled everywhere. Now we know that densities are same in all cases. So again mass is equal to density into volume. So now density into volume. So M1 I can write it as D into V1. Please try to understand, my dear friends. Plus M2 is nothing but D into V2 is equal to half into 4 into M3 is nothing but D into V3. Here densities are same everywhere, so I can remove the densities quantities. Now I think you understood. Now V1 is nothing but the volume of this cone, that is 1/3 pi. See, volume of the cone is 1/3 of the cylinder. So 1/3 pi r square. See here, r is nothing but x square. H is again x. So my dear friends, plus V2 is nothing but the volume of the sphere. We want this V2. How much? We have to find out this. Is equal to 1 by 2 into 4 into, see, V3 is nothing but this is a cylinder. A cylinder is nothing but, volume of a cylinder is nothing but pi r square h. So my dear friends, please try to understand. Volume of a cylinder is pi r square h. But in this case, pi r is nothing but x by 2 whole square into h is nothing but x. So that is nothing but pi into x cube, x square into x is x cube by 2 square is 4. So now I am writing in the place of volume, I am writing this value. Pi x cube by 4. 4 and 4 are getting cancelled. Now I think you understood. Now V2 is equal to pi x3 by 2 minus pi, this quantity I am taking that side. So pi x cube by 3. That is the volume V2. So now my dear friends, take the LCM 2 and 3. The LCM is V2 is equal to LCM is 6. So 3 pi x cube minus 2 pi x cube, that is pi x cube. It becomes pi x cube. If you take the LCM, you are getting that. Now volume is equal to, please try to understand here. Here x is nothing but equal to 2r. This is 1r and this is 1r. So the whole thing is x. So x is equal to 2r. So pi into, wherever there is x, I am now putting 2r whole cube by 6. That's equal to pi into 2 cube is 8 r cube by 6. 2 4s are 2 3s are. So 4 by 3 pi r cube. So now we got the volume of the sphere. Volume of the sphere is 4/3 pi r cube. I know that you might have understood. If you did not understand it, please try to see it once again. So in this way, Archimedes brought the value of the volume of the sphere and he has given the formula as 4/3 pi r cube. And the total surface area of the sphere is, 4 pi r square. 4 pi r square. If you differentiate the volume, you will get the total surface area. 4 pi r square is the total surface area of the sphere. So I think now we have discussed about the volume of a sphere and how the Archimedes have brought the equation, and we have even discussed about what is the formula for the total surface area, that is 4 pi r square. Thank you.